came a little later. I was hoping for some walk-up music, David. All right. Hey. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi, David Moore at the Dallas Morning News. Before we ask your assessment of the joint practice yesterday, Jerry Jones after practice talked about how he had no sense of urgency to get CeeDee Lamb into this camp. One, what is your level or sense of urgency on the matter? And two, how do you balance a guy knowing that he's doing the work away and he's at a certain point in his career where it's easier to kind of fit back in if he misses time?
Definitely. I think number one, we miss CeeDee. We love CeeDee. He'll be great once he gets here. But he's in the middle of a business situation. I think you clearly have to separate that. And I think when you involve business, things go on. It's like Fight Club. What happens in Fight Club stays at Fight Club. So whatever happens in business is business. But yeah, we have all the confidence in just the way he works that he's going to come in here ready to go. And when that time comes, we'll pick up like he never left.
And also just a quick follow, Dak was saying that they've worked together so much, it doesn't take long for the two of them to get back on the same page, and CeeDee's awareness of the offense is not. Do you see it that way as well? He'll be able to.
I mean, yes, I think, but we got to be smart when he gets here. We ramp up and get the wrinkles. There's always going to be some new wrinkles that I'm sure he's in tune with, from a communication standpoint. But he's going to need some reps. But we'll get that done.
Clarence Hill, Fort Worth Telegram. Back to the scrimmage. Can you just talk about your assessment of what you saw? Seemed like the defense had a solid day. Can you just kind of go over what you saw offensively and defensively?
How'd the offense do? Did you do the offense?
Yeah, I mean.
You focused on defense today?
Dak and CeeDee look. I mean.
No, I was just getting your assessment.
Cooks look well.
Yeah, I was busy today. I didn't get to read it all.
Saw some holes in the run game.
Yeah.
Zeke had ran through some holes there.
Okay, well, we'll go with that, Tad. All right. No, it was good work. Number one, I just can't say enough about the opportunity for our players to work with their players, and I thought both squads did a nice job there. And that's really was my interest. And the video is awesome. We spent a little extra time on it, as much time as possible on it this morning before we shift gears and get the guys ready for the game Sunday. But yeah, I agree. I thought particularly starting on offense, I thought we ran the ball. It had some really good looks, but frankly, to be honest with you, both sides of the ball, the corrections are priceless because it's never clean once you really get to go compete against an opponent. So definitely a lot of video to learn from. The fundamentals and techniques are where they are. We are where we are, and I think that's normal for this time of camp. But to have it. Against the Rams, their scheme, for both sides of the ball, it was great work for us because obviously their defense system's different than ours, and and offensively we have they're more wider splits, and we're getting all condensed splits. So I think what both staffs asked for, we hit the target. So the quality of work, what we were trying to get out of it, I think we definitely hit the target.
John Machota with The Athletic. With the offense, looked like multiple times with different units that John Stevens was involved. Just what have you thought of where he's at coming back from that knee injury and where he is now? Yeah,
he's getting more and more comfortable. He's still young at that position. And I think it shows. Once in a while. But he had a nice catch down there in the red zone. But yeah, he's the inline is where he has the least experience, and he just can't get enough work. But I thought, he's doing a good job. I mean, he practiced as much as we had scheduled, and hopefully he can have 2 good days of practice, and then we'll see what his play time looks like for Sunday. But yeah, he's definitely making progress.
Calvin Watkins, Dallas Morning News. Did any young players stand out to you from the scrimmage yesterday?
Yeah, I thought our young guys did. Number one, I look for them to take that step and being in tune with the process, and I thought the penalties, the pre-snap penalties, I thought we were in good shape there for the first time out. So actually we had the officials in our meetings again today for their feedback on what they saw and so forth. And that's usually when your young guys show up on those lists, and that wasn't the case as high as I've seen in the past. So number one, as far as being engaged, and the practice didn't drop off any at all compared to who was in there, and that's part of your team coming together, where your vets and young guys are starting to get to where it's supposed to look like. So we did that. But yeah, I thought Malik Davis had a really good day. I really liked some of the things that he did. Flournoy did some really good stuff. John Stevens had a nice player too. But yeah, Cooper Beebe did some good things. So and obviously spent more time on the video with the offense. So, but yeah, I thought that those guys stood out a little bit.
Coach Zim or his defensive coaches talk about Mozzie and his work, like he had a pretty good day as well.
I was in there a little bit this morning, and I just think like anything, it's you got production, you got result, but we still have a lot of work to do. Not just Mozzie, but everybody, and we got to get our pads down. And like I said, the padded work, and what I said earlier, we're kind of where we are, which is normal for this time of camp, but we cannot get enough inline padded work. I mean, that's my focus moving forward with our team. As I've taken the pads off and gone to shell, so to be hypocritical here, but we do need as much padded work as we can.
Saudis with The Athletic. Mike, we've talked to you a lot about Eric Kendricks when it comes to his veteran leadership and intel of Zimmer's system, but yesterday it looked like he has a lot of juice left in him too. What have you seen?
Oh yeah, no, Eric has a ton of juice left. I mean, the thing that I've always respected about Eric, and I think when you watch linebacker play, is what he translates in anticipation, due to his instincts and awareness, the mannerisms of the offense, formation recognition, the little things, the weight of the stance, because he has a tremendous trigger when he sees it. He can hit it and go get it. He's an excellent run-through linebacker, and also has that instinct and awareness to play behind things too. So, yeah, but I've got to watch that a lot, from his days in Minnesota. I thought he had a really good day.
Did the pace of practice yesterday give you more on the trenches, the offensive, defensive lines, and the running backs more than what practices against your own selves?
Oh, I thought the pace yesterday was very similar to how we practice. So just obviously when you call the plays, you have a big role in how the pace of it goes, and that's part of the design of how we practice. So yeah, no, the pace was very similar. Every period's timed. There's a projection for every period, and that's how you measure your pace of operation. And we were early in every period yesterday.
Yeah. Jeff Cole with Fox 4, obviously second year for Brandon Cooks with Dak. What kind of upside do you see from that connection?
Oh, I think the connection not only in just Dak throwing to Brandon, but just that whole room, that whole perimeter room, just the way they're communicating, the connection. You can definitely see it in our past concepts. The time clocks are tighter. The understanding is definitely higher. We need to be more aggressive as far as quarterback and his decision, and in hitting the routes when they're coming out of their breaking points. I think to get that continuity, and you have to be aggressive anytime you're in a group period 7-on-7, and definitely in the team, and I think you're seeing that because you can see the confidence in the quarterbacks. When your quarterbacks are going through their progressions with a sharp purpose, there's not a lot of hanging on their back foot trying to wait on a guy. So that that's an example of the time clocks being tighter. So I thought I think we're clearly, and Brandon and Dak are a big part of that. Because we try to have as much communication with the players involved in the meetings, just to make sure the understanding's higher, and it clearly is this year than it was last year. So, and I give those two vets a lot of credit for that.
What do you like from what you've seen so far out of Albert Huggins?
Just don't have a whole lot for him right now, but yeah, I'm glad he's here, number one. But yeah, he's off to a good start. He's fitting in. I think all of our guys, and Nick and the guys that have got in here yesterday, we kind of didn't take the full ramp up mode with those guys, but I'm happy with the guys that we've been able to bring in also.
Garrett Odell, CBS Sports. Mike, Trayvon Diggs didn't practice yesterday, about a month away from week 1. Kind of what does his ramp-up progression look like?
Talked a lot about him last night. He's ready. We're talking about maybe giving him a little more involved in the 7-on-7s and things like that. But, yeah, we're just trying to be smart with his timeline return to play. But everything's pointing up, upward. So, yeah, he's doing great. So I'm very pleased with what he's done, and he's obviously chomping at the bit to do more. So.
Patrick Walker, DallasCowboys.com. Yeah. Yesterday, the offense moved really well against the Rams defense, but the rushing attack was really complimentary. Looks like they're taking some strides. From a coaching perspective, what do you see that's attributing to that progress in the running game?
I just think, number one, the level of understanding, the urgency. We're working. We don't have it all figured out, but we're hitting our aiming points. I think the course of our backs have been, more diligent and disciplined. And it's just like anything, whether you're playing quarterback or you're running a football, you're a key decision maker, and you have decision-making responsibility. So, like I said, we're definitely further ahead today than we were this time last year. So we're off to a good start.
With Caitlin Carson having the camp that he's having, is there any consideration of maybe giving him a look with the ones and see how he does against?
Yeah, definitely. Those are conversations that we're having. Yeah, he's definitely making plays, and he's earned that right. And then and I always go to this part too, the special teams. So make sure he's clear understanding his role there. Now Bones, we had given him some more time today, and he'll have a full day tomorrow too. So because these special team challenges in preseason is really where the most of the moving parts that are tough are involved. So and he'll obviously be part of that. And as you look at guys, and you want to make sure that we're giving them the chance to create as much value as they possibly can, and he's definitely earned that.
Where has Tyler gotten as far as his ability to do something?
Yeah, getting better. Yeah, no, just once again, the warm up is key, just like it was yesterday. So guys, I mean, we're and I know he wants to go, but just trust in the medical evaluation and the warm up and so forth. So hopefully he will do more today.
To be determined whether or not he plays on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean today and tomorrow's practices will answer that. What time do I talk to you tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make that decision 5 minutes after the press conference tomorrow. So then we'll make it today then. Yeah, tonight. So.
Just in general, you talked before about your last year's draft class and this year's. I know it'll vary with each guy what their health is, but would you like to see most of those guys work at least half the game on Sunday? Maybe.
Yeah, no, I think the biggest thing is what way we set practice today and tomorrow is we really want to make sure our numbers are right in how we're going to play these guys. Just like yesterday, we had a guy, player or two that took, some more reps than was scheduled, just because, guys get hurt or get nicked and things like that. So just the way we practice today and tomorrow will be the lead up to that. So, I definitely have a plan, but, we'll see how today and tomorrow goes.
Nick Harris, DallasCowboys.com. As far as Trey Lance and how he performed against the Rams defense yesterday, do you have an evaluation?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he definitely has the command. That's a, first thing. Trey. We haven't lined up together for a football game, so I'm real excited to go compete with him on Sunday. He puts in all the extra time that you're looking for, so he's diligent. And the point I'm making, I think it's clear he carries over to, his opportunities. The things that he sees very clearly. I mean, I think he's been excellent in, and I think just like any young quarterback, particularly if you look at his flight here, as much drop back passing that opportunities that I could give him, I think will be a benefit.
You had mentioned back in the spring that you're super excited to be able to call a game for him. Where does that excitement kind of stem from?
Well, I just want to compete, but also, I just think like all of our guys, I get to see firsthand all the work that they put into it. I get to see the behind the scenes, and I can't say enough about, our young players as a whole. I met with the rookie class 2 days ago about it, and they're doing all the little things, and Trey Lance is a great example of that. He does all the little things, all the old school, approaches. He doesn't cut any corners. Guy's got great work ethic. I feel like he really has good understanding. I mean, he's in a room with two guys that love and respect him, and Cooper and Dak. I mean, they pour it out to him. So it's really cool when your room operates at that level. So I just like anything, you want to see one of your guys go have some success, because he's definitely put the work in.
Michelle Montaigne, WFA. Coach, you just said that you feel like the running backs are further ahead today than they were this time last year. As the running back room continues to kind of shape up, how do you see Rico Dowdle?
Yeah, I would say the running game is a little further ahead. If I said running backs, I meant the run game. But yeah, our running back room's a year older. Frankly, more experience. So really love the young guys. Rico is kind of picked up right where he left off. He runs so damn hard. I like his run style. The violence that he goes after it with. Very decisive. He's proven to be a good player coming out of the backfield for us too. So feel really good about that. And you can just go right down the line. Zeke got a lot of work yesterday, so it's good for him. He needs his reps. And then Snoop's doing a good job. I can't say enough about Hunter. He had the big 4th down conversion. So all of our young guys are getting better. Malik Davis had a big day. So I think it's an exciting group.
All righty.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.